What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Off-topic. Today I'm with Carlos Mojica, co-host, co-owner, co-founder of Opinionated Media. We're with SloanGod.
What it is, what it do, what it be.
And, we're about to do another off-topic. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching the other podcasts we've been dropping and supporting us. Almost at 600 subs, so help us get there. Hopefully by the time this drops, because, if you guys know, we got a lot of content coming. So without further ado, let Carlos jump it off as he always does.
Appreciate you pulling up on us, taking time out your day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially early in the morning. Well, at least for me.
I mean, it's early for all of us, trust me.
But just tell us a little about yourself, a little backstory.
So I came out to Austin about 3 years ago. Originally from Harker Heights. I rep Killeen. Everybody who's in the same area, we're all in the same area. So Killeen, if anything, 254. So I'm a military brat. I've been in two places, but for the most part, I stayed in Texas for all of my life. I started singing. I was in choir. Then I got to rapping. I felt like it was a lot better avenue for me. I still kind of incorporate the singing into my rapping and everything like that, kind of more so like a trap soul type vibe.
Yeah.
So, once I started tapping into that, once I started realizing that my writing skills were a lot faster than a lot of other people's, not only were they a lot faster, but I was actually speaking on things that people could relate to. I already knew that I could take off. I knew it was going to be too easy. I was like, oh yeah, this game is sold. This game is sold for sure. Yeah.
Growing up, did you play any sports or anything?
I played football. I didn't really get as much exposure as I wanted to, but track and field was really it. Like, I already knew that was going to be it. Middle school, took over a 800-meter district champion. I didn't want to be a distance runner because it wasn't what the girls wanted. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be with I want to be with the fast guys. The guys who run the 100, guys who run the 200. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what nobody else want to do. I'm going to do hurdles. I'm going to do hurdles. I made varsity my sophomore year, and then from then on, I was just like, yeah, bro, I'm finna get a scholarship. I'm 6'2". There's no way in hell that I'm not finna get some money from some school. Like, I'm finna turn the fuck up. And it was crazy because I wasn't thinking of rapping at all at that point. I was just like, sports are going to take me through. If I don't do sports, I'm going to go to the military. If I don't do the military, I don't have a plan C. I don't have a plan C. So one of these got to blow up. At least one of them. So, yeah.
Did you get an offer for track or no?
Yeah. So I got a full scholarship from UNT to run hurdles, and I think my freshman year ended up having my daughter, and things just started getting crazy. Like, on top of that, I was already going to drill because I was in the military. I was already coming back late, and then coming back having to make up track and field practices. Then, I'm going all the way back to Killeen. I got to go see my daughter. I'm just like, man, I am running myself rampant. Like, if I don't stop one of these things, I'm gonna just pass out. Like, I'm not gonna be in the mix to be able to do what I want to do, or I'm not gonna be in the mix to be in a good mood to do those things. Like, spending time with my daughter, I'm grumpy. I'm at track practice, I'm grumpy because I had a long night because I just left the unit. I'm just like, man, there's just so much stuff that's going on, man. Like, I gotta slow down. And it's crazy that I say I gotta slow down because music is probably one of the most demanding jobs that I've ever had when it comes to writing, when it comes to rehearsing with artists that I'm doing features with, when it comes to, taking out the time from my normal everyday schedule to go ahead and write a song, to go ahead and lay this song down, get some raw vocals down, to go ahead and get this into the studio. It's like, man, bro, I feel like I'm kind of working a lot harder than I was when I was working with two things and just one thing. So I don't know.
So you ended up going into the military as well?
Yeah. So I ended up going into Vero my freshman year for half a semester. I was like, I don't think I really want to do this football thing no more. A lot of the people, it's crazy because when I went to Navarro, a lot of the football players out there were like a couple of football players that went to UT and, they failed drug tests. They did this, did that, went to a JUCO to make a better life. And I'm just like, man, bro, I went to a JUCO because I thought that I was going to be playing with a lot of small players. I thought I would play a lot of people was just like, oh, bro, I'm just trying to get in, get my feet wet. These dudes are Neanderthals.
Yep.
They look like they're already in the NFL. So I was like, yeah, bro, it's not my avenue. I'm going to go to the military. I went to basic training, got out, ended up going back to UNT, taking that offer. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just run track and field, enjoy the D1 life because JUCO ain't it. Yeah. And I had fun. I did have fun. I had a lot of fun.
It's just hard. There's no rules in JUCO, so it's like
not at all.
They can
and it's like
do whatever they want.
It's like a big super high school. Like, it's so small that everybody is in the same area. So it's just like, damn, bro. Like, I feel like I'm in 13th grade. This sucks. This sucks for real.
And typically with JUCOs, there's nothing to do around there.
No.
I had two friends go to Navarro as well.
Yeah.
They played baseball though.
Yeah, baseball is really where it's at though.
Baseball. Yeah, Navarro has a good baseball team.
They got their little parties in this little town where ain't nothing in it, and I'm just like, bro, they popping out here. Like, y'all got it. It's not football players, bro. It's baseball for real.
Yeah, Navarro's a good baseball program. Navarro, Sanjak, Hill, Grayson Williams. I don't know if they're all in the same conference, but like those are all like baseball schools. There's another one in Waco. I can't
And
remember the
soccer
name.
too.
Soccer?
Yeah,
Soccer's big in Navarro?
Soccer's big in Navarro for females, not for males.
That's how it was for you.
Yeah, soccer is big at my school.
Yeah, the females were definitely so popular, and then the volleyball girls, definitely the volleyball girls. I remember when I was going there, you know Jamil Showers. So Jamil Showers got drafted. I want to say probably like around that 2010, 2015 era, and he got drafted, and he ended up being a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. And his sister at the time was playing volleyball, Haley Showers, because she came from Shoemaker High School, Killeen, same place. So I just feel like the area was just. There was just so much talent, like entirely too much talent. It was just crazy. I was just like, man, bro, I'm in an environment where I can either thrive or be like, man, I'm not messing with this. Like maybe I should go find something I'm actually decent at. You feel me?
Yeah, it's hard because when you come from small towns and you have players like that, they just get overlooked.
Yes.
And it's just athletes on athletes on athletes.
Bro. And it makes you be like, bro, like, am I doing something wrong? Or maybe I need a trainer or whatever the case may be, but I was already good at track and field. So I was just like, man,
Just want to stick to that.
Exactly. I should just go ahead and rock with this. So,
What was that like at UNT?
At UNT was amazing. UNT was probably one of the best experiences. It was like a culture shock for me for the simple fact that I left from a JUCO and then ended up going to a D1. Not only am I going to a D1, but our football team wasn't necessarily the best when I was there. So a lot of the other sports would get love. Like I would come into a party, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple of my partners that did high jump. I got my homie Norman. It's crazy because his name is Ralph Norman now. He's a producer. He's making a lot of good beats for a lot of artists around Texas right now. And a lot of us will come in with our jumpsuits on, our track jumpsuits on, and we would get so much love when we come into the party. Like, oh my God, I know him. Oh my God. And I was just like, man, bro, I feel like a football player here. For like track and field is probably really where it's at this school. So it was just like you got so much love from people at parties. You got so much love for people who are in fraternities, just off the weight that you're in a program that's bringing money into the school. And it's bigger than bringing money into the school. You're just popular. You're that guy. Like if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, like people are gonna know your name. Like Colin Hurd, one of our fastest sprinters, you know, before he graduated, he had a huge little poster right in front of the athletic complex. And I'm just like, bro, you get so much love for doing what you're supposed to be doing at a Division I school. All you got to do is just go to class. All you got to do is take those opportunities where you don't want to just be like, man, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I got a class in 30 minutes. I'm about to just hit my homie up and just be like, sign me in the class. Nah, bro, you really got to be on your P's and Q's. Like a lot of people try to say that school's a finesse, but you really got to be on your P's and Q's so you can get those rewards. Like you don't reward people for nothing. Like you gotta be on your shit. So
How long did you run track for?
I ran for about 2 years. I was at UNT for 3 years. One of the years I ended up, like I said, I was going back and forth to Killeen. Me and my daughter's mom, we didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? I can take this opportunity to do what I wanted to do before, go back. The opportunity wasn't on the table for me to run track and field, but I was like, you know what? I can still go to school. That's when I really, really started tapping into writing my own music, being on my own. I had roommates, but I would just stay in my room. I would write music. And then I think probably like a year or two after that, I finally dropped Top of the Tower. I dropped Top of the Tower because I left UNT. I went to Killeen, and one of my good homies, Quincy, he produced that whole album. He produced every beat on that album, and me and him were working at HEB Distribution, the warehouse. And after work, we would get off at like 11 midnight and go to his crib, go to his pop's crib, and go in this shed. When I tell you this shed was like so hot, it was like, it brings back memories of like why I do this, like why like I put in so much effort to be like, man, bro, I'm dog tired from working this long shift, but we got to get this in. Like we got to, like as a matter of fact, he was just playing one of the songs and it just brought back memories of me being like, man, bro, I remember when I was so hungry when I first started, like, bro, I'm finna get this done, and Top of the Tower got done within a month. And that's on top of just me writing all my music. That's on top of him doing all the stuff that he needed to do. And that just woke up my eyes to understand, like, bro, if you have a team that's willing to help you get to where you need to get to, it's that much easier. If you have people that you can let know, you know, we got a concert on this day. We're going to have rehearsals on this day. Everybody comes to rehearsals. We're going to have this on this day. Everybody comes to that day. Once you get to the show, you know, ain't no nervous, ain't no jitters or whatever the case may be. Y'all all get to stage and y'all rock the stage, do what y'all supposed to do, get off the stage. now you got the stuff that you really need
Yeah.
because everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. You feel me? So that I don't know, like that it gets me excited talking about it because I think about the whole process of like everybody getting out the car and it's like, man, everybody's here, everybody's ready. We got all our songs ready, we got performance tracks ready. Like, is there anything else that we don't need to do? Smoke and get ready. like get right.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a team with you because it just everything's easier.
Yeah, for real,
Everything's
for real.
easier.
That team will get you right. For shit show.
Yeah, so I guess when you first dropping this project, how was like the initial reaction when you were dropping music? Because did you like drop singles or did you just drop a whole project first? Like, what was kind of your rollout?
I dropped Low Eyes. Whenever I dropped Low Eyes, that was kind of transitioning from UNT to going back home to Killeen. When I dropped Low Eyes, everybody was like, bro, this is a vibe. Like, I really can dig this song because, you know, it's a nice little chill song, smoke too, you know what I'm saying? And I even have people that hit me up to this day that I went to UNT with, and they'll be like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, Low Eyes is still one of my favorite songs. I like a lot of your songs that you're still dropping to this day, but this is it. Like, it's just too much of a vibe. And I was like, okay, now I see where my avenue is. After Low Eyes, I think I ended up dropping a remix for Low Eyes with an artist from Houston because I ended up going to a showcase, played the song for him. He was like, bro, this is a hit. Like, I really want to get a remix in. Made the remix, wasn't it? It didn't get the views that I wanted, and I was just like, man, bro, like, I feel like this was a trial and error. So let me go ahead and knock this one out the way. That's when I really started getting excited, and I was like, you know what? I need an album. I need an album right now. I still, to this day, don't feel like it was enough. I don't feel like it was enough to make an album. I feel like it was EP worthy, and I feel like it was just experimenting. I feel like it was a lot of auto-tune. I feel like I still, at that point, didn't find who I was, like to the point to where I listen to the album now, and then I listen to On the Moon, and I'll be like, it is mind-blowing how much I've elevated since then. Like, it's so crazy that the shit that I'm talking about in this album and the stuff that I'm talking about in this album, it's just like, okay, I can tell that he's progressing. I can tell that he's wanting to talk about something more than what everybody else is talking about in music. Talking about just shooting shit up, you know, serving people, having a bunch of drugs. Okay, what you're doing right now is you're making a case for the police. You're making a case for the police. Speak on your life. That's what I like to tell a lot of people whenever they ask for my opinion about their music. Speak on your life. Speak on what goes on in your life. Not about the stuff that you had to do when you got off the mud. Not about the stuff that you had to do when you jumped off the porch. Speak about the positive things. Speak about things that people can actually relate to. You know what I'm saying? Normal, everyday people. Not people who are just grinding to make their money. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, transitioning back, where was the point where you mentioned you're in choir, and you also said you weren't even thinking about rap at that time. What was the point where you just like, I want to try this rap thing?
So choir, it's crazy that I did transition because I've been in choir since about third grade. So I've been in choir since, you know, I can remember, loved singing. Singing was my number one thing. But I felt like once I got to high school, I couldn't read music. So there was no opportunity for me to start promoting. Like, it's what I think about my job. I couldn't promote because I had something that was keeping me back. And I just kept on singing because I knew I was good at it. And whenever I started working with different artists, I would notice that there was things that I would pick up that they wouldn't pick up because I have an ear for music. I don't have an eye for music. So once I graduated, I started losing that confidence in myself of saying, man, well, maybe I can be great in singing. And whenever I started writing, it was more or less poetry. It wasn't rap. So I was just like, let me go ahead and write whatever's going on in my life. I'm writing poetry, and I start flowing with it. And I start taking that stuff with my homies to, like, smoke sessions. I start taking that stuff with my homies to, like, parties and stuff like that. They'll play a freestyle at the party. I'm starting to freestyle, and I put my phone away, and I'm just still flowing. And I'm like, bro, this dude is serious, bro. Like he's hard for real. And then I just started just taking off on that. And it's crazy that I said that because now I strictly write. I don't freestyle. I'm strictly writing because I don't want to. I listen to a lot of people's freestyles, and I start to notice once they lose their flow or once they lose their momentum, I can hear it dying down. I can hear the pickup dying. I was like, okay, I can tell that just came off the top of your head. Like, you're not talking about anything that I really care about.
Yeah. So you've always been like good with the pen from the beginning?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like that's just like the hardest part is like the pen.
It's so once you realize that you need to be talking about something other than just rhyming cat with bat with fat, and you know what I'm saying, like, you actually have to start making sense or actually have to have those punchlines. You feel me? Like, you have to have those things to where it's you say something and then they go ooh. Like you want that to hit. You don't want to just be like, okay, well, you know that sounded straight. Like no, you want to have something that people can actually be like, all right, bro, I want to hear that again. Like I don't want people to just be like, okay, that sounds nice, and then go about their business. I want to make an impact with every song that I write. Every song that I write, I even show people music that doesn't have no beat on it. Or show people stuff that's unreleased and be like, hey, bro, what do you think about this? Try to get some outside opinions. I'm probably not going to always change my music off of your outside opinion, but it's always good to have an opinion outside of the one that I have, because whenever I'm making my music, I don't like a lot of people around. Whenever I'm in the studio, I don't like a lot of people being in the background, smoking, parlaying, having a party and stuff like that. I take it very seriously, extremely seriously. So I have nothing but time to write, get right.
Yeah, I guess going off of that and kind of was listening to, you know, your catalog, you're like very like chill, melodic, but then you got like intricate, good lyrics, great writing and things like that. How are you going about your beat selection? Like, are you still working with that guy that helped you make your first tape, or are you kind of expanding that?
So Quincy had something similar to what was going on with me. He ended up having a kid, and you know, a lot of times whenever you have a kid, you kind of focus on, you know, the priorities in your life. And you know, I have a daughter too. I always focus on the priorities in my life, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you're having fun. So whenever he ended up, you know, he's still to this day, still working at H-E-B warehouse, and he started kind of grinding on his career and everything like that. And that's whenever I came out to Austin, because I knew that was something deep in my heart that I still wanted to pursue while I'm still making money, trying to survive every day, go to work and everything like that. So I feel like whenever I came out here, one of my good homies from Killeen, X-Rated, he ended up putting me on a couple of shows and stuff like that we were doing out here. And he linked me up with his producer, Dat Boy Dave. And Dat Boy Dave started showing me beats, and I'm just like, bro, I think at the time he was under 21. So I'm just like, this young cat is really like doing it big, like, and nobody knows who he is. And I mean, I like every interview, every time I talk to an artist or anything like that, I suggest him, I send him straight to Dave. I'm like, bro, Dave, you have to get everything that you need to do as far as BMI, as far as ASCAP, as far as everything that you need to do so your beats can be legit. Nobody can take anything from you. I tell that to artists too. I'm like, you make sure everything that you do is legit, so nobody can take nothing from you. I don't tell that to everybody, because some people, they'll be hard artists, they'll make songs, and they'll get screwed over because they don't do everything they're supposed to do as far as the business aspect. So I keep people like X-Rated close. I keep people like Dat Boy Dave close, so I can let them know everything that we need to do to get to the top. So can't nobody take this away from us.
Well, I also feel like too that's just so key, because I mean, talking off camera, like we've had other artists on, they were just telling us about like BeatStar, buying beats, leasing beats, renting beats. But I feel like if you can work with someone that knows your style, knows like what kind of music you're gonna make, then they can make a beat from scratch that they made, and then it's yours or both of y'all's, and it's not just one of those things where you gotta outright buy this beat for $3K, or you rent this beat, and then when it hits a certain amount of streams, then that producer can take it off like platform. So it's like
BeatStar shit's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I think it's dope that you have like people you work with directly. So everything y'all do is constructed from the bottom. Like the song has like a idea, and then it gets a finished product. It's not like, okay, like I need some beats, I'm looking up some beats, and then you download like a beat pack, and then you're like, all right, and then you start making your music that way. I don't know. I like that, like organic, like
it's like homemade. It's like homemade food. It's not store bought.
Yeah,
it ain't store bought.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's probably easier just working with somebody like he said who knows you, because it's once he knows the type, like 40 for Drake. It's like he knows what type of beat Drake's gonna want. I mean, they know what type of beat you're gonna want, so probably just that much easier to write to.
It makes them work harder. It makes them actually listen to your catalog and be like, okay, this is the type of music that he makes. I can make a beat that gears towards this type of music, or I can listen to his elevation and I can hear where he is, you know, elevating, and I can be like, okay, you already made this type of music. Now you can make this type of music. And me personally, I literally was just telling X-Rated the other day, I got 2 beats that Quincy sent me back when I made Top of the Tower back in, what was that, 2019, 2018? Back when I made that, I got 2 beats that I made a song on it, and he just kept on telling me, he was like, I don't know if that's it, bro. And that just drives me to make sure that I can make a song to that beat. Like even to the point to where I think in the back of my head, if a country music artist sent me a beat, if a pop artist sent me a beat, if a reggae artist sent me a beat, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that I can make something that sounds great on that. Not good, great. And it doesn't matter if I've done a country song before. I literally just dropped a reggae song the other day on SoundCloud, and every time I show somebody, I get positive feedback on it. And I'm just like, okay, now I know that I can jump out of my genre. I'm an artist. I'm not a rapper.
Yep.
I'm an artist. Like I can make art in any field that I step into. So I'm just like, man, look, no beat's gonna defeat me.
Yeah, that's how what's his name? Big X the Plug. He made that song Texas. It's like a rap beat, but like a country beatish
Yeah,
as
it has
well.
a country twang on
Yeah,
it, but
it
it
has
has some
that
nice
twang.
808s and stuff. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
That
that's
song
dope.
go hard.
Yeah, I guess what is like your primary focus with like dropping music and stuff? So like, are you trying to drop project? Because there's so many like ways to go about it. Like I have friends that drop singles monthly, all the time, weekly, and then I have people that have dropped great projects, but then they like kind of let it marinate and stuff. But then there's how you said music is this fast, like not fast food. That's like the term I say, but like music, you have to continue to make songs, make projects to kind of stay relevant, especially now because you look at everyone else, like the young boys, for example, dropping like 13 projects a year. You know what I mean? And his fan base wants that, like they demand that. But also, I feel like it kind of hurts people that are trying to, create their fans, create their brand, because it's like I feel like you definitely are complacent in ways. You're like, man, I should probably be dropping music as much as possible, but also I don't want to just continue to just put like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like you got to have some balance too. Like, what's your idea?
My mindset when it comes to that is I'll get on social media and I look at insights all the time. If I'm looking at insights all the time, I'm making posts and I'm asking questions on my stories and stuff like that about what my fans are wanting. I'll ask a question as far as, do y'all want a single? Do y'all want an album? Whatever the case may be. I'll post something like promo, like I'll get the album cover. I'll create it myself because I don't trust nobody to make my album covers. I'll create it myself and I'll put it out and I'll be like, look, if I get this many likes after reposting it on my story probably every day, if I get this many likes or I get this much pull or this many views off of a reel that I post, I'm starting to think, okay, if I drop this album, I'm going to at least get 20,000 or I'm going to at least get 50,000 people to look at it. If I feel like deep down in my heart that that's not going to drop, I'm not going to drop that project. I was supposed to drop Unapologetic before 2022 ended. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because I feel like once you start to drop projects and not a lot of people are aware of it or you don't give them enough time in advance, I mean, it's really just your fault. like
no,
you got to
for
get enough people to get excited about it. So I don't disagree with the fact that people dropping singles every month because that does get your buzz up.
Got you.
But if you drop singles every month, that means that you have to work twice as hard because that single could have been a part of a project.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're continuously dropping single after single after single, you're going to have to take out time from dropping these singles each month to finally create something that's bigger than just that.
Yeah.
Because if you drop a single, that's just something for somebody to listen to right now.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to ask you, oh, man, this is hard. Do you have some more? Oh, well, bro, I'm about to drop next month. Just stay tuned. That's not bad. That's not a bad thing because now you got them on board. Now that they're on board, they're just like, oh man, bro, I can't wait for the next SloanGod track to drop. Like now you're excited. Now you're getting excited about my music and it's just like, okay, now it's easier to get my music out there.
Yeah.
Now it's easier to get, stickers out there and stuff like that so I can start promoting my merchandise and stuff, making logos, getting photo shoots and starting to actually see something come back out of me spending all of this money because it's not cheap. You start telling people like the stuff that they got to pay for, the stuff that they got to do to promote or to support you, and they be like, oh no, man, those aren't loyal supporters. So either way, I can play devil's advocate and say that dropping a single is a great idea, or dropping a single is a horrible idea. But regardless, you should just have music vaulted regardless. If you're consistent, you should be dropping music regardless. Have a bunch of music on your phone, something that's mixed and mastered, at least 10 tracks. I feel like I tell a lot of artists you have to have at least 10 tracks on your phone that you're ready to drop at any point in time. Any point in time.
Did you do a lot of researching into the rap game to move a certain way?
Yes, bro. So it's like I started doing a lot of research after I started getting in a lot of trouble. So whenever I first realized, a lot of people in the hip hop game, they have interviews and stuff like that. I was listening to Jeezy the other day in an interview because it was kind of following up with BMF. And he was saying that he put millions and millions of dollars into, his career. And look how big he is now. But at the same time, I was talking to my brother about it, and he discouraged me. And he said, you got to think about it. That's drug money. A lot of those people that are putting that money into those drug money, those are people that didn't get caught. Once they put that money into something and started to see that it was reflecting, they did the smart thing and they got out. Like you do what you need to do to get your money, you get out. Tried that avenue, didn't work for me, caught a lot of charges. So I was just like, you know what? Maybe I should understand the business aspect of this to where I'm not selling product that's illegal. I'm selling music. So if I'm selling music, I have to think of a lot more legal ways, a lot more smarter tactics that I can actually get into as far as music promotion, as far as, doing things different than what other people did. As far as South by Southwest is about to start right now. I'm not finna be out there selling no fucking CDs. I'm just gonna be real with you. So I'm gonna do it a lot smarter. Yeah. I'm gonna get on a website. I'm probably gonna create a lot of QR codes, something that I don't have to print out multiple times, get people to scan those QR codes, tap in with my music, understand what my music sounds like. When you see me back around the bend, you're probably gonna come back like, hey man, I listened to that was hard. Limit my conversation to, hey man, listen to my music. Hey, whoop, scan this QR code, please. Once you scan that QR code, you're gonna know what I'm about. Become professional. I don't come at nobody with, hey man, you look, I charge whoop the whoop. How are you charging me $5K for a feature and I don't know who the fuck you are? Yeah. There's no way in hell that you're popping in your city, you coming out South by Southwest, and you feel like everybody out here is gonna be a lick. I can get over on him. I can get over on him, bro. People aren't gonna want to do music with you if you're not genuine. People aren't going to want to do music with you if you guys don't have the same sound, if you guys don't compliment each other. If you're not complimenting each other, you probably don't got nothing in common. But I mean, at the end of the day, I've done music with people that I ain't got nothing in common with, but I took the bread. Took the bread, did what I needed to do, made a song.
You'll take them, if you don't, so an artist comes to you, whether it's on your song or their song, and they're like, I guess their song, and they're like, I'll give you this much money for a feature. And you hear the artist just isn't good and the beat isn't good. You're still hopping on the beat?
Now in my career, no.
No.
Yeah. I've done it before where I made a song, didn't do shit with the song. Me and my cousin, actually, Jay Lev, he's an artist in Killeen. We got on the song, made the song, and it's just something about the song just wasn't sitting well with our spirit. Both of us got paid for the feature, but something wasn't sitting well on our spirit to the point to where it's like, you know what? I'm going to vault this. I'm going to vault this. No disrespect to the person that gave us the money for the song, but I'm going to vault this. And like I told you before with the beats that I did with Quincy, I'm going to make that song something that people actually want to listen to. No matter if I was bad on the song, no matter if Jay Lev was bad on the song, no matter if the other guy was bad on the song, I'm going to make that song something that's greatness. So eventually, I could take that song, probably tweak a little bit on my behalf, and send it to the engineer. Get him to make that song greater than what the engineer we presented it with said, nah, man, that's just not it. I'm like, that's something that I don't want to hear from an engineer. If I bring something to you, I've heard engineers turn utter garbage into great songs. But that just depends on what you're willing to do with the song, how you can tweak the song. Because at the end of the day, not everybody's going to sound perfect. Yeah. If you've been in the studio, not everybody's going to get behind the mic and they're going to sound like one of a Billboard artist. But you can do that. You can make that whatever it is. You can tweak whatever you need to tweak. Engineers are supposed to be giving you, a little bit of insight on how you can make yourself a little better. That's not their job. But once you found the right engineer, just like me, my engineer is one of my best friends, Jamal, at Spitshine. So whenever I get into the studio, he'll let me know, hey man, that's not it. that ain't it. And enough of that will make me reflect it onto the artist that I feature with. You get into the studio and I'm like a coach. I got videos in my phone where I'm standing because I got a little screen right there where you can see the guy in there. I'm like, hey, bro, cut that. Or, hey, bro, say something different. And I'll start to hear it after finishing product like, yeah, bro, that's it. That's a hit. I don't know what you came into the studio with before. Don't take offense, but that's it. Keep that. So,
where's Spitshine at?
Spitshine is, so there's two locations. There's one north off of Burnett, and then there's one south, if I'm not mistaken. I go to the one that's south. That's the one that Jamal and there's another white guy that's there. And then the one up north, I don't know who's up there. I used to go up there before, and I just didn't dig the engineering that they did up there. So once I got with Jamal because I was with Josh. I first got on Spitshine. I seen Josh was an engineer up there. And I was reading his bio, and I was like, "Whoa, bro, did music with The Weeknd. Like, he's really doing his thing." I would go up there with him. He'd be the most expensive engineer that I would go up to, and I'd be like, "Man, I'm willing to pay. I can pay it. I'll do it. I'll do it." Because if he's that reputable, I can only imagine what he can do with my music.
Where did we go?
Life Sound Studio.
Life Sound Studio. Yeah, it's.
I heard about Life Sound as well.
Yeah.
It was a dope studio. It was nice.
Yeah.
It felt very homey when you walked in.
Very homey. Yeah, it's dope.
One of the guys, I guess he's a music manager. He was a dope person, and I guess the head engineer there is won like some odd Grammys or something like that. I forgot what it was. But I was just wondering where it was at because I didn't know. Because I've been to one other studio, but I can't even describe the location I was at because it was just ducked off. Yeah. But the studio was dope, but it was just ducked off.
Yeah, Spitshine's kind of like that. The north location is kind of like that.
It's ducked off.
It's like behind a couple of buildings, and like you can miss it. You can miss it
Yeah,
real fast.
I had to like walk through an alley to like go to it.
Yeah, that sounds like it's legit though.
It was cool.
Yeah,
but I was
stuff
like,
in the hood is legit. Like
what the hell?
What is it? Birdhouse. There's I think it's Birdhouse ATX. Big white dude. I went to his little like a little trailer type.
Nah.
And I was like, man, this is a vibe, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because you go in there, everybody was already in there. He was having a little event where he posted on Instagram where a whole bunch of artists would come in there and he just get them recorded. And I'm just like, bro, this vibe is crazy. He played a beat in there. Everybody started freestyling off of it. Got a dude in there that's recording. And you start getting clips and everything like that. And I'm like, bro, I wish I could get events started like this. But once my brain starts circling like that to get events and start doing stuff for other people, I kind of start taking away from myself.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to ease off that and be like, okay, bro, once I get to where I need to get to, it'll get easier.
How hard was it to learn the business side and also still doing the music side? Because there's a lot of people that have been doing it for a while that just still do the music side. Because the business side might be more important than the music side.
To be real with you, I've been in a situation towards I went to school. So whenever I went to school, I already have that mindset that I need to get serious about this. Like, even though that a lot of people are doing this as a hobby, I want to take this further than a hobby. So a lot of the people that I would work with weren't really caring about the business aspect. A lot of them were like, getting on YouTube and getting a free type beat. And I would have to put them on game on what that really means. Like, even though you go to YouTube and you see a free type beat, the beat's not free. Like, there are people and then whenever I explain it to them, they're just like, what do you mean it's not free? It says free. I was like, there's stuff that you have to look up as far as free for profit. Once you look up stuff that says free for profit on YouTube and you find a beat that you like, you can make money off of that beat. If it says it's just free, you have to purchase that beat. It's free because you can listen to it right now, but there's just ins and outs of it. So whenever I started learning stuff like that, another artist had to tell me about that because I was doing the same thing, grabbing beats and just making music and then understanding whenever I finally put it on YouTube, there's an info box that says copyright, and then the first song that comes up of the person who actually copyrighted that beat is going to come up. So now that everyone's going to see that you stole that beat from somebody else, now that if that person really cares about your song, or if that person is like, okay, this guy made a song off a beat that I didn't lease, this is my exclusive beat, I can either A, tell him, hey, just take this down, man. Like, I like, this is my song, you're gonna have to pay me or whatever the case may be. Or B, you can wait patiently and be like, all right, cool, song's cool. The song's getting a little buzz, get enough buzz, I'm suing you. Because now you're making profits off of my shit. So now I'm going to go ahead and I started seeing so many artists like failing and trial and error. I didn't have to do the trial and error. Y'all already did it for me. So now I'm starting to learn a little bit more as far as signing up on BMI, signing up on these websites where I can get my music legit, or signing up on stuff to where it's all that money that I got from Top of the Tower, whatever the case may be, because my homie made the beat, I'm giving him all that money back. You see what I'm saying? So I'm understanding that it's a business game. Once you start to get selfish, that's when you start to get sloppy. Once you start to get sloppy, your career is just going to go ahead and plummet because you start to think about yourself, start to think about how much money that you can make. A selfish man is never going to succeed, ever. Like, once you start to make everything about you, make posts about you, sending your videos to people, they're going to get burnt out of that, and you're going to become annoying. You're not going to be a great artist, even if you are good. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, there's just not many people doing the business side, and
They don't care.
no, I mean, because your thought is just like, oh, I gotta make music, I gotta put out music. If I, whoever listens to it, if they like it, they get one song to blow up. But it's like also when that one song blows up, now it's like you have to know that
real, once one song blows up, now you have to work that much more hard.
that too.
Like once I remember around the time that Tech had dropped The Race. Once that song blew up, he had to do that much more promotion because the song was already popping. Once he started doing that much more promotion, now major label artists are starting to be like, I fuck with this song. I need a feature. And it's like, okay, boom, now your name's on the board because you've done that much more than the next man. You didn't stop when the water was right here. You stopped all the way up here. And now, boom, now you understand what I'm saying? Because if you get half full, you're going to get excited, you're going to get hyped, and you're going to burn out the song, and now you have nothing in your cup.
Yeah. And then once that happens, that's when you have to like do the business, and you don't even know the business, and you're like, oh man, like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing either. Like,
You got to know what you're signing to.
Yep.
Put your name on that dotted line. Them motherfuckers will rob you over a loan.
are you? Do you want to stay independent?
I want to stay independent as long as I can. I want to stay independent as long as I can for the simple fact that I need to understand the ins and outs. I need to not be like one of those major label artists that are probably great till this day, but you don't know behind the scenes that they were getting robbed throughout the first entire 6 years or 10 years of their career. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be in the position to where it's I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm not trying to be in the position to where it's I made this song. I did the math because I can see everything on my phone through distribution services, through whatever the case may be. And I see right here $25,000 and I'm getting $1,000 paycheck. I'm getting $2,000 paycheck. I'm just like, where the fuck is all the money going? Like, I don't want this to be another situation. I don't know if you know Rainwater, but I don't want this to be another situation like Rainwater and Mo3 where they expose an interview to come to find out that his manager is making more than the artist. It's like, it should never be a situation like that. So if I can stay independent as long as I can to understand where all my revenue is coming from, I will. Because one independent artist that I look up to the death of me that's doing great is Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper is probably one of my favorite independent artists. I've been listening to him since Acid Rap. I was just like, bro, he just has this persona to where, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's what I mean by not being selfish. This man gives back so much. Has concerts overseas. It's just like, man, I want to be able to do stuff like that towards I'm so genuine towards I'm making my money. I ain't got no ops. I ain't got nobody shooting at me. I ain't got nobody coming to my concert trying to shoot shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole vibe. Like, that comes into play as the business aspect too, because nobody wants an artist, like even Lil Durk going to a concert. There's certain concerts that he can't go to because you got ops. You got people that don't mess with you. The venues don't want to open up the venue because it's going to get shot up. There's a lot of things that you have to put into play when you're setting up all of this stuff. So
yeah, I mean, it's hard because it's like pros and cons to it, you know? Because he brings up all the time, it's like, if you sign up to this label, it's not your money like promoting it, it's their money promoting it, it's giving you access to all these
resources,
all the resources that you need and want, but
that comes at a price.
That comes at a price.
It comes at a price.
Yeah, it comes at a price. You hear stories of artists like just trying to get out their contract deal, so they just make some bullshit album to put it out, and then they're like, I'm done. Yeah. And like that can, depending if how big you are, that can hurt you in a way, because your fans are like, damn, why this artist keeps putting out like these bad projects, these mid projects, but you might not know behind the scenes they're just putting out shit because they just want to get out of their deal and they don't want to give their quality to that label. Yeah. So it's like
Logic did.
Yeah, that's what Logic did. Like,
so Logic did what was a Def Jam, right?
With Def Jam,
and he didn't release for a long time. It was because I guess they owed him money or something like that.
They owed him like a ton of money, and then he was just talking about when he first dropped Soul Food Under Pressure. When he first dropped Under Pressure, they were saying that like Logic was he talked about him going to Best Buy and like his album's in the back and shit, and it's supposed to be like up front and shit like that. But he was like, I've kept the lights on at Def Jam for like the last 5-6 years because a lot of artists weren't really popping out of Def Jam for a minute. So like, yeah. So I don't know. It's just definitely interesting with like how the industry is. Like, I mean, us getting more involved in a way with music, learning it kind of behind the scenes. Like, it's just crazy. Like, there's so many avenues to really do stuff the right way, but I just feel like there's a lot of shortcuts, and like you said, like there's not a lot of thought behind it. Like if you go into it with a mindset, you already kind of know like I need to do this, this, and this to get here. I'm not just making music, putting it out. And that's kind of how we're at in a way. Like we're at the point where we can shoot content, but you gotta shoot content for a purpose. You gotta be purposeful with it. You gotta do stuff that's gonna get you to another aspect of your business. Like you can't just work with anybody. You can't just, have your page like a certain way. Like everything's gotta be calculated and, done in the right way.
You got to study the people that you're interviewing. You got to understand the people that you're going to interview whenever you're doing something like this. Because I've thought of many avenues. As Americans, we think of different ways that we can make money. Whether it be one of our skills, whether it be something that we've seen, be a barber, whatever the case may be. You have to understand that whenever you're in a field like this. The people that you're interviewing, you have to see something in them. You have to understand that this person has the capability of being amazing. You know what I'm saying? And then you go back and you look, just like I was talking about with my albums, you go back and you look, and you're like, man, remember when we interviewed this dude? Remember the type of music that he was making?
Yeah.
Like, listen to the stuff that he's making now. Like, this dude's going crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why I study so much on music. That's why I study so much on the ins and outs. So whenever I get into situations like this, I could be at the Breakfast Club having an interview, and I need to know what I'm talking about. Even to the aspect of football players. Whenever you put a mic in front of a football player's face, and he sounds illiterate, he sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. He sounds like, you know what I'm saying? How was the game? We play hard. It was a hard 4 quarters. We did what we need to do. You didn't say shit, brother. Yeah. you really didn't say nothing, brother.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Into the locker room, the coach is going to be like, bro, what the fuck was that?
Exactly.
What was that, bro?
Exactly. What do you think is like holding artists back in Austin? Because Austin's such a music city. Like we obviously have South by Southwest next week. We have all these events. It's also a big ass city. Yeah. So I guess like in the rap scene, money. Like what do you think? Or rap scene and artist scene, like if you're not indie pop or like that, then I feel like you're not gonna pop out of Austin. So what do you feel like is limiting that?
A lot of people don't want to step out of their comfort zone. So what I mean by that is a lot of people feel like, dang, it's crazy that I be answering these questions, talking to regular homies, having everyday conversations. It's crazy that you, you put on your music and you're listening to JB Block Boy, or you're listening to this guy, you're listening to this guy. You put on your music, you get this person so invested in your head that you get on the track and you're trying to sound like this person. Like a lot of people, they're trying to emulate this person, that person, this person, that person. Nobody wants a Lil Uzi number 2. Nobody wants a Lil Wayne number 2. Because once you start to make that, you know what I'm saying, I can just listen to his music. Why would I want to listen to your music? Give me something versatile. Give me something that explains who the hell you are. So I feel like once people actually start doing that, then they're going to get those people that actually want to come in and listen and be like, okay, like now you got me tapped in. If I come through and like the song that I made, I think I made a song called My Life So Cold. And a lot of people keep on telling me over and over and over and over again, they're like, bro, you sound like Rod Wave. And I did not see that as a compliment. I'm like, I do not want to sound like the next artist. I want to make sure that I'm telling my story and you hear me. You don't hear nobody else whenever you listen to my music. Once I started making my music like that, making my music for me, a lot more people started to listen to my stuff. And they'd be like, one weekend, they'd be like, all right, bro, I mean, it's straight. 3 weeks later, they're just like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you really said some shit like on that song, fool. Like, I really vibe with it. And then as the time progresses, they're letting that song sit on them. They're just like, shit was really hard, but it takes time. It takes time for people to actually feel you out. So you can't just think that you're gonna blow up overnight. Jack Harlow literally said in an interview, he was like, people think that I was a overnight sensation. Yeah, I've been making music for 8 years. Yeah, like this shit is not easy by no means. Yeah. So like you gotta just find your way, trial and error. A lot of those people that aren't blown up yet, you don't suck. Your skills aren't bad, but you have to understand that this is going to take some time. Yeah, like a lot of these people already did the bumps on their heads, the bruises on their heads to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. You might not be a rapper. Yeah. You might be an indie pop artist. Like you might want to go ahead and dip into that field, see how you sound, see how you gel, and it might be for you. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it either, because music is literally a trial and error thing. Yeah. What's fun and what's not.
For real. You could be probably one of the hardest country music artists, and you keep on trying to push all this rap music out to people, and they're just like, bro, stop. It's not it.
Yeah. How do you feel about gatekeeping in Austin? Do you think that's a big thing as well?
I felt like that was a big issue in Killeen. I haven't really seen that as far as Austin. I feel like a lot of people have been doing that in Killeen because in Killeen, it's like a popularity contest. Everybody wants to be the king of the city. And actually, now that I think about it, that could be anywhere. Everybody wants to be the king of the city. Everybody wants to make it seem like, we're going to have this show. One of my partners has a show at South by Southwest, and I know that he's not letting certain artists perform for the simple fact that he wants it to be just like this. And I'm just like, look, bro, I can give you suggestions for artists that I know that are real vibes out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might not have the following base that you're looking for. You look at their profile, see they got 1,500 followers, you're not going to let them perform. It's like, but you can really create something better than a lot of these people that have all these followers and their music ain't it. It's not hitting. Like, so now you got this whole lineup of all these people. It's like, yeah, it's cool and all, but you can have a lot more, you know what I'm saying, talent. You can have a lot more than just, oh, we like him because he's cool. We like him because he wears this or whatever the case may be. It's like, no, bro, y'all really have to listen and understand. Like, that's why I respected, who was I talking about the other second? I respect podcasts that allow people to show their music.
Yeah.
I allow them to give that opinion to be like, okay, that wasn't good, or give them pointers on what they can do better.
Yeah.
And then actually have other people listen to that stuff, that starts to buzz, and then boom, they got concerts instead of the people that just got clout. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, talent and clout is...
I don't know. Numbers isn't everything, because I've always said, like, even when we blow up, if you have 5 followers, 500 followers, 5,000, 5 million, whatever the case is, if you're consistent and I see what you're doing is good, I'm going to give you the time of day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just how I am.
Right.
So, like, especially in the music world, because going back to the business side, not everybody knows how to do the business side. So somebody with 1,500 followers versus 50,000 followers, a person with 1,500 followers can be way better. He just doesn't know how to promote himself, or he doesn't know about the promotion, or like what do you have to do to grow to that point.
And like my dad did with track and field, he would take athletes that were sorry, like these athletes suck. And then he would see the athletes that are already doing what they're supposed to be doing, clocking times, you know what I'm saying, doing things like he's probably going to go to state. But he'd rather take that athlete that has no skill, build this athlete up to the point to where he's running damn near the same times as this other athlete that's probably going to state and shock the world. That's the type of stuff that I would love to see. I would love to see someone, the underdog. I want to see the underdog take over and take the dub. Like, nobody wants to see that one guy that you keep on showing at concert and like, oh, so-and-so is like, man, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I've heard that multiple times. Keep that artist in the bag. Like, I don't
Yeah, that's how I feel when I go out and I hear like Drake songs.
Yeah, it'll burn you out.
Yeah, just
It'll
like
burn you out.
Just left a club now, the same song playing with it. Like,
once you take over the city, I feel like that's a lot of artists' issues. Once you take over the city, you need to know when to leave.
Yes, I
You
say
need
that all
to
the
know
time.
when to leave.
Like,
once you take over Austin, okay, I'm going to San Antonio. I'm going to do a couple of shows in San Antonio. Once you start to see your insights build off of Spotify for artists or Apple for artists, then you need to leave that city. Once you start to see that all these cities that you're doing in your own state are probably getting to about 250 to 300 viewers, now you need to get out of the state. Now you need to understand, because if you're getting all these numbers in this state, your numbers are going up in different states as well, because they're hearing about your shit. You're a verified Texas artist. Now you can start doing shows in Chicago, start doing shows in New York, whatever the case may be. See all those numbers blow up, and before you know it, you're popping. You're eventually going to start to get international tours as an independent, or they're going to start throwing record labels at you and be like, look, I can give you this much money and whoop, whoop, whoop. Now you can talk to a manager. Now you can talk to someone who's going to work on your money and be like, okay, what is this? What is this? I'm not stupid, but I need to know that this deal isn't going to screw me, or I'm going to actually make the money that I need to make. Yeah. And that they're going to take care of me. I'm going to have a tour bus. I'm going to have a hotel room when I get there. I'm going to have food expenses when I get there. It's just certain things that you can market yourself for. You feel me? Because if you market yourself for the best opportunity, you're not going to lose. You're not going to come back and be like, hey, man, these dudes screwed me over. Nobody screwed you over. You screwed yourself over. They gave you the contract. You've read the contract. You got excited. You've seen $45,000. Oh, man, I'm finna go crazy. And you're going to blow that money. You're going to owe them. It's not going to make no sense. And you just wasted your time because you don't want to read the dotted line. So,
yeah. Just, somebody else was talking about that. About like, I'd rather have, if I did sign, I'd rather have something like where they give me small money versus big money, because if I don't like it, like I have to pay that back anyways.
It's like school.
That was it's too easy.
Too easy?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's like school. It's definitely like school, because you take too much money away from school thinking that, you know what I'm saying, I got this loan, you know, $80,000 can really help me out right now. You don't use none of that money for books. You don't use none of that money for room and board.
Man.
Blow it on dumb shit.
Bro,
And
people
now-
are buying
and now-
clothes and shit. I was like,
now you're
tattoos,
$80,000 in debt. And you're like, man, I wish I could give back those beers and give back that stuff. And no, you can't, bro. You use that opportunity that they gave you while you were good on credit and now you're fucked.
So how does it work then? So it's like they give you, I guess, an advance or a loan, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then you pay that. Like, how do you make your money then?
If a record label is giving you an advance or they're giving you money to go ahead and promote your stuff, you can use that money to do Instagram promotions. You can use that money to get into the studio, make more music. That's really what you're supposed to be using the money for. And you use that money to go ahead and start making merch or whatever the case may be. You're supposed to be making your money back from this large investment that they're giving you. So once you're supposed to be making all your money back, you should be able to give them back their money and still have money on the side. Exactly. You should still have money on the side. But a lot of artists, they don't think like that. Hot Boy West blew, what he blew, like 800,000? He blew a lot of money. And he said in an interview straight up, he like, bro, I ain't got none of that money. I'm only gone. I was like, bro, I couldn't imagine blowing that much money and not coming up with nothing. No music videos. I didn't do no networking. I didn't do anything like that. You got to have a list. If somebody gives you that much money, you have to look at that money sitting on the table.
And budget.
And yes, bro, you got to just start budgeting. You got to be like, okay, this is going to go towards a studio. I'm going to have a 6-hour session here. I'm going to go ahead and hit up somebody for some merch here. I'm going to hit up a logo man so I can start getting these T-shirts out. Get these T-shirts out. Whatever promotion you have to do, put sponsored promotion. I tell artists all the time, pay for sponsor promotion. Don't pay no guy that hits you up in your DMs and said, I can get you 15K followers. No, bro, leave those people alone. Those guys trying to run up a check.
I block those people.
They're trying to run up a check on you, bro. Just go ahead. I do the same thing. I'm like, bro, y'all try to make money, fool. Or I'll play with them. If I got time, I'm be like, I do the same thing. like I'm trying to have a conversation to bug you so you can get away from me. Please, God, get away from me.
I mean, I feel like if you're at that point, like if a record label was giving you 800,000 or a million, or something, like you have some money at that point. I feel
you have obligations too, though.
That too.
Yeah.
Because going back to Logic on Under Pressure, and he spent like 500,000 of his own money.
Yeah, they gave him 500 and he matched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Hit $1 million.
Yeah, so it was $1 million total money in his first project. Yeah. So I feel like at that point you have money.
Yeah.
So I don't understand like why you're blowing all this money.
To be honest with you, the best people that they give those record deals to are young dummies. If you're young, you're 18, somebody hits you with a deal because you know how to spit on the mic, or you know what I'm saying, people like your flow, or me personally, people don't like my thought process on this, but I feel like corporate America or white America, they want us as black artists to make music about killing people. Mm-hmm. They want us to make music about selling drugs.
No, it is.
And they want us to make music about basically glorifying a lifestyle that's not legal, or a lifestyle that's not, it's not supposed to be. You feel me? So I feel like a lot of those people, they'll hunt down those 18-year-olds that are making those songs about, having a Glock or whatever the case may be. And those guys are just excited about getting money because all they know is the hood. All they know is I need to get my mom out of this situation. And those people get ruined because they don't care about your lifestyle. They don't care about what you got going on. You're making music that people listen to, that people are going to get excited about. And they're just like, oh, man, he's hard, bro, or whatever the case may be. But that music fizzles out. That music fizzles out faster than anything. To be completely honest with you, the Migos have made some great songs that probably are going to fizzle out because they were talking about selling drugs, they were talking about doing this, talking about doing that. It doesn't have longevity to be heard in 2020.
The top 3 rappers, in my opinion, who they are the top 3 rappers for a reason. Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. Right. Like that's not like what they do.
Yeah.
Like they don't talk about any of that. Like they talk about the way they grew up, and then like with J. Cole and Kendrick, that's what it had to do with. But like it was never about them like having so much money or killing people or riding around.
They
with
talk
guns.
about like stuff they're going through, like whatever's relatable in all their lives. Like that's what their music's about. Like you said,
Drake gives me inspiration for the simple fact that he's not a gangster. Drake gives me inspiration for the simple fact that he doesn't have to rap about that stuff to be able to be on top. He's on top talking about some real, or he's on top talking about things that actually occurred in his life that wasn't, going to put him in jail. Like stuff that's not incriminating him while he's talking on the mic. Like it's just, it's a different vibe. It's a way different vibe. For Drake to be on anybody's top 5, I totally agree. I keep on seeing Jay-Z though. I don't like that.
You don't like
top
Jay-Z?
5 isn't what?
Top 5 artists of all time.
I can see why, but I definitely
I feel like it's the time and service.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the time.
I can see
the time
why,
and service.
and he's just like, Jay-Z is just like a rap icon. Like people are like, oh, he's this businessman and all this stuff. So I feel like that's probably why.
Yeah. I mean him and Beyonce like
That's a dynamic duo that'll make
literally
millions for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, were they the first two people in the industry that are billionaires?
Yeah.
Or was it Dre first?
It might have been Dre because Dre sold beat.
Well, he sold beats to Apple, but that was way later. But I think once he started making like beats by Dre, I think that's when he like got his billions or whatever.
Yeah.
But he sold beats to Apple for like $3 billion or something like that. Something.
Diddy's worth $1 billion too.
He's worth $1 billion too.
Genius.
Yeah.
That man is a genius.
As far as when you say artist, what do you mean by artist? Because I started having these conversations recently with some other people. Because people will be like, "Oh, Drake's the best artist ever," or whatever. I'm like,
Drake is an artist for the simple fact that Drake made an album. I think it was his last album.
No. What do you consider? Like when you say artist, what do you mean by artist? Because when I think of like that. Now, just like the James Brown, like the Jimmy, like all around Prince, Michael Jackson,
someone
like
who's not a rapper or a singer.
well, somebody who just Michael Jackson, for instance, he can dance, he can sing.
Oh yeah, if that's the case, then no, Drake's not an artist.
I feel like that's an entertainer.
Yeah.
Like that's like artist. That's more of an entertainer in my opinion. Like I think artist is like someone that can do a lot of genres.
Facts.
And I think an entertainer is like Michael Jackson and them, or like someone that's like. You know, when you go to like a show, they're going to entertain, they're going to dance. They might even play instruments.
Sometimes they introduce them as artists / entertainers.
Yeah, like so I would say like that's probably what more of like Michael Jackson, Prince, I feel like they're like more of an entertainer.
Yeah. So if somebody were to say that SloanGod is a rapper, I would deny with them. I'd
say no, he's an artist.
Exactly, because I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get on stage. I'm not just going to grab a mic, stand there, and do what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to create a stage presence. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to make sure that y'all are all involved and engaged before I start the song. You feel me? So it's going to be a different vibe. It's going to be an artist on stage, not a rapper on stage, because I'm going to get everybody involved and I'm going to change the entire mood of whatever's going on. If it's quiet in here, I'm going to get this bitch jumping. Understand me?
Yeah.
So there's a difference between an artist and a rapper, me personally. Because I feel like a rapper is not gonna execute. He's definitely not gonna execute like an artist is going to. That's what separates you from the different ones. Like if you're just a singer, you're just a singer. If you're a rapper, you're just a rapper. If you're an artist, you can do what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
You can
Versatility is
exactly
huge.
Because that's like I don't think Drake's the best rapper, even all time or like right now.
Yeah.
But like J. Cole and Kendrick, those are just rappers.
Exactly.
Like I mean, J. Cole can sing, but like he's more of a rapper.
He's not getting on stage and he's not dancing and he's not doing you see what I'm saying? So yes, definitely he would be in the genre of top 3 rappers of all time.
Yeah. Who's your top 3 of all time?
Damn, I wish you didn't ask me that. The crazy thing about that, whenever people ask me, is once I started doing music, before I started doing music, I had a top 10. Once I started doing music, I kind of started separating myself from other people's music, so I didn't drown out my ideas. I didn't drown out my sound or whatever the case may be, because one of my horrible pet peeves is that I'll listen to music. Just like I tell other people that I make features with. I'll listen to music and I'll let that flow into my rap. And my homie Quincy, first person to tell me, he was like, bro, you need to switch that shit up. You sound like him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, fuck, all right, cool. Get back. 30 minutes of writing. I get on the thing. He was like, all right, bro, I can fuck with that. That's SloanGod, bro. And I was like, okay, all right, bet. So that shit gets me excited. I get on there and I start rapping. I'm just like, oh, this shit is a hit. I'm my favorite rapper. Like, I can fuck with this shit. So I feel like, if anything, if I were to have a top 3, I'd probably say Rod Wave. I'd probably say No Cap. And I'd probably say, fuck, that third one's hard. I had to say K-Dot.
K-Dot?
Yeah,
That's an interesting
K-Dot.
top 3. Not K-Dot, but at least Rod Wave at number 1.
Yeah.
Rod Wave's good. Yeah, Rod Wave's hard.
Rod Wave has got me through a lot
he's
of
nice.
dark ass times.
I feel that whatever artists, like when you're, especially at this age, that you're going through a lot of stuff and like they make that music for you, like I feel like you just have like that special like gravitation.
It's a different impact.
It's a different
To be
impact.
real with you, I switch him.
You switch him?
No Cap's number 1. No Cap's definitely number 1. Like his I don't like the shit that he says, it'll hit you like Wayne. Like the entendres that he says, I'm just like, bro, what he just said could have been played in like 2 different ways. Like my homie said something the other day. He said she's not my first, but she's 48. I was like, whoa, wait. She's not my first, but she's 48. She could have been the 48th person, or I fuck on MILFs. She's the 48-year-old. I said, this nigga is a genius. like, bro, this shit is crazy. And like the shit that he be saying, bro, you really have to sit there and think about what he's talking about. That's how you can separate real music from mumble rap.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
How long has No Cap been in?
He's pretty young. He's like 24.
He's like 24. Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Fuck with this. I was literally just looking on Instagram on stickers that I can get. Motherfucker said $19 for 100. I said, oh yeah, I just bought a logo.
Wait, those should be cheaper. We got 1,000 for, or we got 500 for.
I don't remember, like 60 or 70. Through Vistaprint, maybe. I had to ask Kat. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's something you can literally give away for free, or
And that's what
when
that's
you
how,
drop
like,
merch, put it in merch. Like,
yeah, and that's how it is. Like we've been having the guests on. It's like, bro, we got to give them stickers every time, just like because like they put it on something. Our brand like is starting to carry some weight, hopefully, and people see that or they know you're affiliated with
Pop
like
off
together.
Media, they give me a fucking T-shirt.
Yeah,
It's like, man, this shit's kind of hard to fuck with this. Like,
Yeah.
y'all got a vision going on
Yeah.
for real.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Because I wear that motherfucker for real. I think I wore it to one of my concerts, and they were like, bro, I know about Pop Awesome Media. I'm just like, yeah, fam, their shit's hard as fuck because they just grab whoever is doing whatever the fuck they're supposed to be doing as far as these promo sites and shit like that. And just like, okay, this guy, he got a little pool, but it makes it seem like you got to have money to be able to get to where you need to get because those aren't free. Ain't nobody doing no shit for free. It's
No.
like, yeah, bro, we're charging all y'all.
Once you get a following, like, yeah, we've talked about it too. Like once you get a following, you can do so much stuff. Like you could do a giveaway and like make somebody pay you. Like you have 10,000 followers, you can come up with a price and be like, hey, like even if it's like 100, you send me $100, we can do a giveaway.
Type shit.
And you can do shit like that if you want to, but it's like also like that can, mess with your brand integrity. Also, you don't want to be just known for the page that just does giveaways.
Type shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to be
maybe like make it a collaborative effort. Like we have 10,000 followers. This artist we know has 10,000 plus. We're doing a giveaway together.
Yeah.
Because like we're working together type giveaways, but like random people hitting you up and like, oh yeah.
That makes it easier for me to do a lot of stuff because right now I got 11.1K.
I know you got a nice following.
With people, they're just like, bro, how did you do that, fool? Like I've been looking for a promotion service to. I said, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, and you can believe me if you want to believe me. If you don't believe me, that's perfectly fine. I got that generically. Like I got that off of just hitting up people, being involved in people's lives. Take that selfishness and wash that shit out and understand that once you start getting incorporated in people's lives, liking their posts too, commenting on their posts too, things that they actually care about every day. This girl just had a kid, I went to school with her, boom, like her stuff. Okay, he's a cool person. Whether I like his music or not, he's a genuine person at heart. I like his music. I'll buy his music, whatever the case may be. I know people that I've known for years and years and years and they haven't listened to not one of my tracks, but they purchased it. They didn't get on Apple Music and download it. They purchased it.
On like iTunes.
Exactly. And seeing that shit, I'm just like, bro, you didn't have to do that. Like, you could have just listened to it. They're like, no, bro, I want to fund your career. I want to make sure.
So when they buy it on iTunes versus like Apple Music, do you get whatever
small percentage?
Well, from like if they buy it from iTunes, you get if it's $10, say you get like $8, and if it's like from Apple Music, it's just CPM. Okay.
So like you have to get a distribution service, and you have to get your stuff verified on what's the name of that website?
DistroKid?
I think. Well, DistroKid is your distribution service.
Yeah.
BMI. So BMI, once you put all your routing information and everything like that in, then it'll add up everything that you've earned from Spotify, from Apple, from Deezer, from Amazon Music, all those distribution services that DistroKid already supports, and then it's going to rack up how much you actually made based off of streams, based off of downloads on iTunes and stuff like that, and then you finally see how much you're actually making. Now you can actually start to be like, okay, they like this song, they don't like this song. They don't like this song. They like this song, I can start making music like this. That's the trial and error that you actually start to go through because you're realizing how much money you're making off of specific songs. They don't like this kind of slow vibe. They really like this song. In My Zone made me like $45. Now, it's not a lot of money, but as small as a percentage that they're giving you, It is. It's like, damn, bro, to be making anything over $20 over a song, your song is getting at least 20K streams.
Yeah.
Because like in order to get hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, you got to be booming. Like you have to be booming off of your shit.
The J. Cole's, the Kendrick, like everybody we just talk like Future, like all the like that's what you have to be.
To make money that you actually are just comfortable with, 1 million streams.
I just saw a post the other day. Eminem is still getting 1 million streams a day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Eminem's still getting 1 million streams a day.
Definitely.
Perfect
Yeah.
sense. Because a lot of his songs are timeless.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what these artists don't do. They don't make timeless music. Like, I'll dissect someone's song and I'll be like, bro, why did you make this? What are you talking about?
Well, it's
It's
like
just-
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
It's like new artists that make like they'll drop a project and they'll drop like 20 songs, and it's like, bro,
Half mid.
it's like you're just putting stuff out, and then I'm gonna be real. Like I've been going back and looking at projects from like rappers that have came out in the last 5 to 7 years, and I'll listen to this stuff, and I'm like, damn, bro, I forgot this song was even on here, and I feel like that's bad. Like if it's not memorable. And maybe there's just, like I said, there's all kind of ways to go about it because there's people that are taking these songs, like they're making these projects with all these songs, and then you can take these songs off of this, add them to playlists. And I feel like a lot of artists are doing that on purpose so you can make playlists.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. We and him talk about it all the time. Like 10 to 13, 12, 13 is like for a project. I think that's like the money range. And then if you want to drop more stuff, maybe do with like Lil Uzi did, drop that deluxe the next week or next month, or how Future did. He dropped 2 albums in a month. Like you can do stuff like that too to break it up. But for example, going back to Future, that first album was, his self-titled was different vibe than from Hendrix. Completely different vibes. So it's like you can do stuff. Like, I don't know.
Whenever you get that big, you can start doing dumb stuff like what Chris Brown did. What do you do? Like
The 30 track.
Yeah, bro.
Track
I was just
album,
like,
bro.
I was like, why?
Bro, I tell you right now, I've never finished that.
I've never.
I just saw it and I was like, I'm not.
No.
I'm not.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of artists that do long projects though are country artists. Like they drop like Morgan Wallen just dropped an album and it's like 30 songs.
Something you can actually sit down and let marinate.
It's well, country is just different because it's like if we get right nowadays a rapper from like nowadays, majority of them are like the mumble rap or like the trap rap stuff like that. So it's like when you get up in the morning, none of us want to just fucking turn on some trap rap and just like that's what I want to wake up, brush my teeth to or whatever and start my day. It's like no, you're gonna want to throw on something like more country or something more mellow. Where it's like let me just get up and like.
What you think I do? Put a toothbrush in my Glock and start brushing my teeth.
That's why I was so happy when like I woke up this morning and I was like, man, I had to listen to some of his music before he gets here, and I turned your music on, and I was like, yes, like the vibe was great, like it wasn't like some hard shit that I needed to just like. I'm like, bro, it's 9 in the morning. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm
some
saying?
Nardo Wick. Like,
yeah, it was dope.
Some take
nice Glock.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope, bro.
Yeah, unless I'm like getting ready for something like a competition or something.
Or if I'm about to go
different.
out or like stuff like that, or
Yeah,
we're like
different
about to
vibe.
party, go do something outside, like that's involving drinking, having fun, and I put it on, but definitely think there's, and that's why I tell people I'm like, bro, music is like very subjective and situational. Like you can't, I don't know, I'm not gonna say you can't, but I don't know, when I just like have friends just like play like just trap music all the time, like.
I'm not trying to listen to trap music all the
Not
time.
all the time.
At all.
There's
like,
different vibes.
Like you said, it's situational. I got a couple of homies that I did a Houston showcase with. My homie song is blowing up, and street niggas do not fuck with it because it's a sex song. So it's a song talking about what he wants to do.
Why would you not?
Yeah, well, it's a song that he wants to listen to when he's with his girl or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And that song is blowing up for the simple fact that you still got people that are in relationships that want to get on YouTube and play something that sets the mood. It's situational. Like it's not for everybody, but somebody's fucking. I'm gonna just be real with you. Somebody's fucking.
But like for that too, it's just like when you listen to trap music all the time, that's all you know.
That's all
so like
you
when
know.
you are with the girl and she come like, bro, she ain't want to just listen to trap music all the time.
Shut up, bitch.
Exactly.
All right.
Like
for
she
real.
ain't gonna try to listen to that all the time, bro.
You gotta have that music, man. When you're like getting in the car and like they get in the passenger, you gotta have that ride around music with them. You can't just be like, I don't know, like it is dope. Like if I get in the car and you play on some dirt and they're like vibing, but it's nice to put on some slower stuff, some melodic stuff. Like I'll get in the car and listen to SZA by myself. Like
SZA go
I no
hard, though.
shame with that. You know,
SZA go hard though.
Rod Wave
Rod
said in
Wave.
an interview that one of his favorite songs were "When We Were Young" by Adele. And when he said that, people were just like, what? And he started singing it, and it sounded great.
Adele goes hard.
Like, I was like, bro, that sounded awesome. Like, for real. Like, I literally posted on my Facebook story on my SloanGod page, and I said, one artist that I can listen to, like, I'm going to tap into his album as soon as it drops, is Sam Smith. And I got so much backlash.
Nice.
And people was like, what? You said Sam Smith? And I was just like, bro, by the way that you just responded to that comment, I'm just like, you're not versatile. I know you're not versatile.
I feel like as an artist, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, bro. You don't have to be hard body all the time at all. And I know what it is. As soon as people comment on stuff like that, I'm like, look, Sam Smith is a homosexual artist. He makes great music. I don't give a fuck what he does in his pastime. I don't care what he does behind closed doors. The music that he makes when he gets on the mic,
You got to separate the artist and the person.
It is timeless. It's like his music is going to go on forever. Whether you like who he is or not, his music is going to go on forever. That's why I try to tell people, bro, people aren't going to like you. You're going to make music and people will not like you. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're not going to be a perfect artist. But if you can find enough people who fuck with you, they're going to drown out those people that don't like you. And those people that don't like you are still going to listen to your music, and they're just going to talk shit behind closed doors. You're going to see their names pop up on your views whenever you post shit. They're just going to peep and just, oh, man, I can't believe this motherfucker. He's still posting shit, bro. And I'm pissing you off. And I'm pissing you
Still listen
Exactly.
I'm pissing you off right now.
Exactly. What are some of your goals for this year for yourself, music-wise?
One of my goals for this year are to put out Unapologetic. I have to put out Unapologetic. I cannot hold off on that anymore. I have to put it out. I keep on trying to say, you know, I want this fan base before the album drops, but it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, look, I've done enough, you know, sneak peeks. I've done enough, you know, the album's coming out this time. When do y'all want the album to drop? And I'm just going to go ahead and drop it. Once I drop it, I'm going to go ahead and put that promotion out there for the album so a lot more people can start hearing about it, a lot more sponsor promotions and stuff like that, actually put some money towards Spotify playlists and everything. And once I put that out, that'll give me the opportunity to a lot of these fall concerts that we're going to have coming up in different places that I can actually start to promote that music. So I don't feel like I'm taking a lot of my old songs and I'm performing my same old songs that were a hit at concerts and stuff like that, because I know what songs are blowing up and I know what to perform, but I don't want to water down my music. I just can't. So I feel like my goal for this year is to definitely elevate over where I was last year. I had one single last year, and then before that year, 2021, was an album. So I have to show a little bit more consistency as far as the projects that I have coming out. So whenever someone does look at my catalog, they're just like, okay, he's consistent. This song is hard. He's had this song out for this long. There's no gaps. You know, he's on his P's and Q's, his social media. He posts quite often. So, you know, I don't have an issue with him posting or whatever the case may be, and start making those connections with people who are actually willing to see my hard work and my hard work and ethic and everything like that. So they're just like, look, we can do this. Hey, man, I see you doing this. We can do this. That's how I get a lot of my shows. A lot of people just see how committed I am to being into this, that October 2022 was the last date to be able to be a registered artist at South by Southwest. I'm a registered artist at South by Southwest at multiple shows just off of connections, just off of hitting people up and just being like, look, bro, this is what I got going on. You can listen to my music. I'm not going to force you to do nothing. Woo, 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 woo. Get back to that person a week later. I literally hit up Savage. He hit me up the next day. I won't tell you how much he charged me for the slot because the shit was dirt fucking cheap. But he was like, bro, I can get you on. Yeah. Like, you my dog, I can get you on.
Yeah.
And that's why you can't be selfish.
These are people that you have business relationships with.
Yeah.
You cannot be selfish in this game, because once you become selfish in this game, you will fizzle quick as hell. You can be that guy. You can know all the venue managers, all that you want, but at the end of the day, they're not going to do anything for you if you're not bringing in the cheese.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
sure.
If you're not bringing in the artists that are going to bring in the people that are going to buy the drinks, you got it's business aspect. You got to understand, if you don't have that business mindset, you're just another motherfucker rapping. Yep. Another motherfucker rapping. But people like Savage, he got his head on his shoulders. He knows who to contact when it comes to venues. He knows what artists to bring out. He knows what artists bring out the most crowd. So those artists bringing out that crowd and then putting you in an environment like that, someone like me that's not from Austin, because I'm from Killeen, I see a lot more new faces, a lot more people approaching me like, bro, that shit was tough. Like, what's your social media? What's your whoop whoop, whatever the case may be? The people that are actually now listening to your music and they're invested in your life. They're not invested in your music. They're asking for your social media. They're asking about whoop whoop and this and that. Followed you, start liking your post of your kids, of what you do every day, and now you grew a fan. So
yeah, your numbers are pretty crazy still for not dropping as much as you'd like.
Because I drop content. Like I said with Pop
Content's
Austin
such a big part of the game.
I said with Pop Austin Media, I said I had so many avenues of things that I can do. I'm a writer. I make music. I make content. I make funny content. I've been making funny content since I damn near had an Instagram. And it's so easy for me to make content off of just some sound that somebody else used and instantly get 1,000 views. A lot of my homies are like, bro, how do you do that? Like, I'll post something, bro, and it'll be like 200 views, like 300 views. And I'm just like, bro, you have to be confident in what you're doing. You got to be confident in knowing what's for you. Like, some of you motherfuckers just get behind a camera and think that you're gonna blow up overnight. It doesn't work like that. It really does not work like that, bro. If you know what's popping, if you know insights, if you know all of that, you're gonna succeed eventually. Yeah. But it's gonna take some fucking time. Like,
yeah. Or we'll go 3 again. Or 3 artists you would want to work with.
3 artists I want to work with. No Cap again.
Any genre. Doesn't have to be any genre.
Okay. No Cap again. Let's see. I think I want to do a song just for the clout with DaBaby. Just for the clout. Like, I feel like
over the DaBaby?
Yeah, DaBaby. Yes. Like, I feel like he's not. So the reason that I say DaBaby is because so many people try to cancel him. Yeah. I like a lot of artists that have a lot of bullshit on their shoulders, because one thing that I like to tell people is that good publicity and bad publicity are publicity, regardless. So people that hate this motherfucker, to be completely honest with you, if Tory Lanez can get out of jail right now, I would make a song with him. I promise to God I would. And
I mean, that's not a bad artist to make a song with.
I would get so much backlash, though, because there are so many people that literally turned around and were like, Meg, I'm sorry. You know, I apologize. You know, I thought you were just a complaining ass bitch, and you know, you just got shot or whatever the case may be. I apologize. But if Tory Lanez was out, I would still make a song with him, like, because this motherfucker's a genius. Like, there's just genius music that y'all keep on trying to cancel that I still fuck with. I still listen to R. Kelly. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
for sure.
The other day, like, you just have to. I mean, it obviously is getting harder and harder as some people do some stuff
the
like
man from the music.
Yeah,
bro. Like, I don't just because
I still do it with Kanye, but like
even with Morgan Wallen too. Like, you know about, like, he like said the N-word. Yeah, but like Lil Durk worked with him and talked to him and stuff, and I was just like, bro, like, he hasn't said it since. If Lil Durk worked with him and talked through like that situation, I'm not gonna not listen to him. Exactly. You know what I mean?
But you can get canceled quick, bro.
Yeah, it's
real motherfucking quick. Your stardom can die and fizzle down real motherfucking fast. Just like that one kid that was trying to emulate Durk that looked just like Durk.
Yeah,
I've never heard anything about him again. Never. Never. You can be on top and just flop.
Yeah. And who's a third?
The third would be Roddy.
Roddy?
Yeah, definitely Roddy. Because I feel like I've come across too many of Roddy Ricch type beats, and it's just that what's Gucci Mane's producer? Zaytoven. Yeah. You hear that piano come in, it's like, ooh, this shit.
I was gonna ask
iconic.
One of my what's the main difference between like an engineer and a producer? Obviously, the producer makes the beats and the engineer like mixes and masters it. But like, does the engineer also know how to make beats, or
the engineer typically knows how to mix beats as well? So my engineer, he makes custom beats for people. So once he makes that custom beat for somebody, then they just basically bring that same custom beat back to get it mixed and mastered with the song on there. And typically, if you're a genuine engineer, you're gonna charge them less because you already made that custom beat for them. And you came to them instead of going to an outside producer and bringing his outside beat in there, and now he has to get the stems and he has to get all this bullshit to make sure that the beat sounds like you want it to sound like, and then you have to set up an appointment. Yeah. So now you're just working more because you don't have any loyalty towards him. Yeah. But he has to let it be known that he makes beats as well, as because that's not an engineer's job. An engineer's job is not to make beats.
It's just to
mix and
master the
basically
song.
Like the song's finished, they're just gonna fine tune it.
Okay.
Normally,
So like Zaytoven, Metro.
Zaytoven is a producer and an
I feel
Engineer?
that's what I was gonna say. I feel like people like Zaytoven, Metro, these Mike Dean, like these top elite like 40. I feel like they do it all.
They've been in the game so long that they've mastered their craft. They made themselves more marketable. That's why I tell myself all the time, if I get to the point to where it's I've mastered music, I drop a song, boom, 50K views. Like it's too easy. I'm gonna put myself in the position to where it's a lot of the money that I have, I'm gonna start separating it off into buying equipment for myself.
Yeah.
Once I start buying equipment for myself, I know what I want my sound to sound like. So I'm gonna start making my own beats. Once I start making my own beats, now I'm saving my money to the point to where it's all I have to do is go to the engineer, get this shit mixed and mastered. Now I got a track that's gonna go on this next album. Boom. And I put my work into that. Not only did I put my work into it, it's just like barbering. If I can cut my own hair, I can cut somebody else's hair.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now I'm starting to make that much more money outside of having fun. And it's just like, bro, you're having a great time at this point. Like, it's just too fucking easy. So,
Yeah. Well, that's kind of it for me. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
I mean, we can
That was-
go on
yeah,
and
that
on
was-
about
that
music.
was
It's the
dope.
thing.
Like,
Yeah. We can go on and on about music.
that was a great convo. Yeah, I guess like, what's the timeline on your next drop?
no later than the summertime.
Okay.
No later than the summertime. If the summer's about to end, I'm dropping it that day. I'm dropping it that fucking day. For real.
Before we hit this off, anything for us or any shout outs you want to give?
I want to shout out to my mom.
Mama.
For birthday me. Mama. Mama. Definitely that. Shout out to my girl so she doesn't think I forgot about her. I love you. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
Of course,
Appreciate
of
the
course.
support. That's the number one supporter. I got to give support there. Always.
Always.
And my daughter. Definitely that. 2 names I keep on my wrist. My mom, my daughter. 2 women that can't go
Two most important women in your life.
Can't go nowhere. Y'all stuck for life. Fucking stuck.
Y'all got anything in the crowd? Y'all good over there?
They're vibing.
Vibing? Alrighty,
Some
alrighty.
butt-naked strippers in here, man.
Well, make sure to go give them a listen. Music's hard. Music's good. Chill music, like we talked about. You're gonna do great things.
Appreciate it.
You got a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. You got the business mindset already there. So you're gonna do great things. It ain't gonna be very long till you.
I know it, man.
Since I see you on the
ATL on the way.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
SloanGod everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Apple, Spotify, SloanGod. Perfect. But go run the music up. Give him a listen. YouTube. You have YouTube?
Sir.
Yo, go sub. You know how we'll get down. But that'll do it from the boys over here at Opinionated. We'll catch y'all guys next time. Peace.
Peace.